Okay, so the reason these are slightly more complicated is because you're going to have more than one fraction, but on the same side of the equation, which can make life a bit more difficult, particularly if this was a subtraction and we had some subtractions in our numerator. But the idea is the same. I've got sevenths and halves, so I'm going to multiply everything by 14. So you're going to end up with 14 times 3x divided by 7 plus 14 times 1, 14 over 2 equals 28x. So then I've got 14 divided by 7 is 2, so this is 6x plus 7 equals 28x. And it's now a nice easy equation to solve, which gives us 7 equals 22x. So x equals 7 over 22. I'm not going to convert that to a fraction because it's not going to be decimal, because it's going to give me a recurring decimal. I'm going to leave it as 7 over 22. Now this next one is going to look a lot more complicated, but the idea is exactly the same. As I said, this is a subtraction that makes it a lot harder. So I've got 4, 6, and 8. So I want to multiply by a number that's going to make life easier for all of these. So the lowest common multiple of 4, 6, and 8 is 24. So I'm going to multiply everything by 24. So you end up with 24, lots of 1 minus x over 4, subtract 24, lots of 2x plus 3, all over 6 equals 24x divided by 8. Okay, so 24 divided by 4 is 6, so here I get 6 minus x. Now I'm going to treat this as a negative 24, so I've got negative 24 divided by 6, which is 4. So I'm going to multiply everything by 4, so it's going to be negative 4 lots of 2x, so negative 8x. And then negative 4 times 3, negative 12 equals 3x. You could do 24 times 2x, which is 48x, and then do 48x divided by 6. But either way you do it, it will simplify down to this. So I'm going to tidy it up. You might choose to do it a different way, but I like to simplify before I do anything else. So I've got 6 take away 12, so I've got negative 6 take away 9x equals 3x. So 12x equals negative 6, which actually, this is quite ugly looking, but actually x turns out to be negative 6 divided by 12, which is negative 0.5. So it looks horrible, but actually turned out quite nice. Okay, now this last one got lots of negatives, and that's the only thing that makes it more difficult. And just remember, this is the same as x over 6. Okay, so I've got 3, 5, and 6. So if I multiply everything by 30, I will get rid of all my denominators. So I have 30 over 3, lots of 5 minus 2x. I've just written it like this to emphasize you can do the division in any order. Take away 30 over 5 times 3x minus 1 equals 30x over 6. So now it might be clearer to see why I can do 30 divided by 3 straight away. So this gives me 10, so I've got 10 lots of this bracket. So I've got 50 minus 20x. And now 30 divided by 5 is 6, but it's like negative 6 because of the negative sign. It's going to be negative 6 times 3x, it's going to be negative 18x. Then negative 6 times negative 1 is positive 6, and that equals 5x. So you might want to do some more lines of working out. I wouldn't have space to show it all, but if you do it correctly, you will end up something similar to this. And I'm going to tidy it up. So I've got 56 minus 38x equals 5x. So 56 equals 43x. It's not going to be a nice number, so x equals 56 over 43, which I'm pretty sure is going to be a horrible decimal. Yep. Or if you want to write the decimal, because that's quite hard to visualize what that fraction would be, or 1.30 to 2 decimal places. So this is a lot more complicated, and it might take a lot of lines of working, but if you persevere, you should get there.